We're about to ride a luxury train in Eastern Europe. Let's go.
Yep, we have full access to this entire private train, including riding in the locomotive. You see, there are certain benefits to taking a private train across the Balkans.
Wow, what a view.
While there are also certain drawbacks.
Now that we're in a new country, we're gonna swap to a Bosnian train. I have no idea where we are.
Over the next few days, we'll ride along tracks that only freight trains get to see and explore the complex history of this region.
Are those bullet holes left over from the war?
This really is a train trip like no other.
There's not even towns. I haven't seen a main road in ages.
So come along as we ride in luxury on a private train in Europe, starting in Hungary.
So we're starting this morning in Budapest here at the Kaleti station. It's not even 4:30 in the morning yet. Riding this morning with old friend Torben.
Hey everybody.
For now, we gotta find our train.
Now, as we enter this gorgeous station, I should say that we've been invited by a stranger to ride their private train. So I don't really know what to expect, but I guess we'll find out.
Look at the lighting in here. Okay, I'm curious to see if our train is actually on the board or if because it's a special train, it's not listed. We're looking for train to Sarajevo, 5:30. I guess that's it. We're looking for track 11. Here it is. It's the train that looks different. I mean, that is the modern commuter train, and this is ours, the Continental Railway Solution. I like it. Shiny. Torben, how many trains have you taken in your life?
In my life?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've obviously got my daily commuter on the Calgary LRT.
Okay.
And then when I was a kid, we visited England and we took some kind of a commuter train. So this is gonna be...
Your first luxury train.
Absolutely.
Red carpet. Looks really nice.
You have the table 14.
Okay, great. Table 14.
This is the Pullman car, the first of only 3 cars on this train. And you will notice that there are other passengers on board, but I'll explain how a private train operates shortly. For now, let's find our seats.
Oh, it's called the Continental Classic Express. I think we're gonna be on here for about 16 hours, which is good, because these seats look really comfortable. Oh, this is great. What do you think?
So far, I'm pretty impressed.
Better than the Calgary LRT?
Oh my gosh, so spacious.
Yeah. No other strangers. Padded seats. Oh, there's a menu. Oh, spirits, beers, wines, cocktails, soft drinks. I think we're gonna be well taken care of today.
Oh. For you some shopping?
Yes, please, thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you. What a start. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you so much. I can't believe we got offered champagne at 5 in the morning.
That's the beauty of Eastern Europe and the Balkans, I suppose. This is perfect. Well, we still have a couple of minutes. Let's go outside and take a look at the train. See ya. Oh, beautiful sunrise this morning.
The entire train has been renovated, yet keeping its original styling, including the locomotive.
Oh, this thing is awesome. So it's this like older locomotive, but they've redone the lights with LEDs, even the top one. The whole train has been retrofitted. This looks awesome. This is like a Bond villain train.
And when you have your own locomotive, it comes with some benefits.
One special thing, we have been invited aboard the locomotive. Wow. And we are riding with Borash today. And I sit here.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
It's your seat.
No, they brought in an office chair because they don't normally have guests up here. My only job up here is to not distract them.
Emergency brake.
You go.
Okay.
And so while my friend Torben is back drinking champagne in luxury behind us, I'm happily riding up front here.
Right on time. Look at that. This is an electric locomotive.
And so as we gently pull out of the station right at sunrise, I can officially say that our private train adventure has begun.
I don't know what anything says in here, but I promise I won't touch anything. I have so many questions, but we'll wait until we get out of the yard and it's a little simpler. What a nice day.
Now, you might think that I'm missing out on the luxury of being in the passenger car behind us, but if you know me, you know I'll pick sitting up front here every day of the week. I mean, plus, we'll get back there in a few hours. So this is probably a good time to explain how a private train works. You see, a normal train, like the one on our left, operates on a set route on a set schedule, always going to the same place at the same time. Think of the commuter train on the left like a city bus, and we are a limousine that can go anywhere we want.
Oh no, Borash, we're being passed. It's not a race. It's not a race. We're on a comfortable luxury train today, so.
But I will try my best.
However, this private train doesn't have a schedule or a route. It can be taken anywhere, anytime.
We've gone wide on the corner, it's good.
You see, the specialty of Continental Railway Solutions is that they have their own train and the ability to coordinate with local railways to take passengers on one-off rail experiences. And today, we're taking a unique route through 3 countries along tracks that don't normally take passenger trains.
And just like that, not very long, we're out in the countryside.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
And we will go around the Danube.
Oh, we'll cross the Danube.
Yeah.
In soon? Not too long?
Oh,
Or a little ways?
3-4 minutes.
Oh, close. We are coming up to the Danube River.
On a beautiful day like today, you might think I'm just watching out the window. But most interestingly to me is watching a professional at work.
I get it. I understand why this is a great job. We are coming into a station already. Pick up a couple of extra passengers.
Now there's one thing I can sense in Borec. He loves his job.
That's pretty good. Must be the fun game of trying to come to a stop as smoothly as possible.
Yeah, on time.
We're on time. We like that. That's the important part. How long have you been doing this for?
It's my 5th year.
5th year?
Yeah.
What do you call yourself? Train driver or engineer?
Maybe train driver, but actually I'm a transportation engineer.
Transportation
I have a degree.
engineer. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's good.
But I always wanted to be a train driver,
Yeah?
so it's cool.
Is it as good as you always dreamed it would
Yeah.
be? Yeah.
No, it's better.
Yeah. While we were waiting for passengers, quick question. What is the steering wheel?
Strato or I don't know.
Because it's not a steering wheel.
No.
I see you turn it.
Yeah.
What does it do?
Sorry.
Time to go. Time to go.
Okay. We have to go.
We got the signal. That sound. Very cool. Here we go.
And on time.
And on time, we like that. So from here, 235 kilometers until the town of Page, which is where we switch out this locomotive for the locomotive from the next country, and that's the end of your day.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the luxury train car. Mind you, you know me, I'd always prefer to be up here than back there. That is cool when it switches. All right, we're moving now. So we have 235 kilometers to make up. It should take about 2.5 hours if we're doing 100 kilometers an hour. How fast are we going?
120 kilometers per hour.
100?
Maximum.
Top speed, baby!
Top speed, yeah.
Love, I'm just sitting on an office chair, and it's the best chair in the house, other than this one.
Yeah.
But look at this view. That is gorgeous.
Now that we have all of our passengers on board, and this is a private train that we'll be on for the next 16 hours, we don't need to stop at any other stations.
100 kilometers an hour through the station. Love it.
So essentially right now, this is our own personal express train.
Wow. What a view.
However, because this is a private train running on an unusual route for passenger trains, we will have to make a few stops, but I'll explain those when we get there.
And now we've arrived out in the countryside. There's farmland and trees. This is beautiful. You're very lucky.
Yeah.
I always say you have a very nice office view.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Remember, I didn't really know what to expect from this trip, but trips like this don't usually go smoothly for too long.
Now, Borac, I know this is not your fault, but these tracks are a little rougher than the last ones.
You need to divorce.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. We have come across a stretch of single track, not double, so we also might have to wait for trains coming our way, etc. The camera is very stabilized, so you can't see it, but this is bumpier. I mean, more exciting, more adventurous.
More adventures.
Of course, remember, a locomotive isn't designed for comfort like the cars behind us are.
Oh, that's crazy. The tracks look dead straight, but they're not. So we're gonna reduce our speed to 40 kilometers an hour, and eventually we're gonna have to wait here because we're ahead of schedule. So we're gonna have to wait to let passenger train come through. Not a bad place to wait. Very, very pretty. The scenery here has been gorgeous already. So we've now switched off the main track, and the passenger train is gonna go through on that one.
That's right.
This is cool. We're in a little town. Look at this little station.
Now, while we're coming to a stop to wait for an oncoming train, I have some questions.
Okay, so Borach. Okay, that's the emergency brake.
No, it's for the loco and
Oh.
it's for the train.
Ah, so loco brake, train brake.
Yeah.
But what is this?
The English word is accelerator, maybe.
Oh, accelerator.
Yeah.
Oh, that's your speed.
Yeah.
Oh, but you turn it left and right.
Yeah. Left is
Interesting.
plus, right is minus.
Okay. Faster to the left,
Yeah.
slower to the right. I've never seen that. That's very cool. All right, now we wait for the green signal, and then we're good to go. And there we go. I will never get tired of that, hearing it power up.
Sound of the fans.
Ah,
They are cooling the engines.
I see. And now I see this accelerating. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as lucky as I am to ride up front here with Borets, I have abandoned my friend Torben.
Borats, you have a fantastic job. Thank you for sharing your office with me today.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. But I think we have to go see the rest of the train, so we're gonna go to the back now. Or maybe I'll come up at the end and see as
Yeah,
you
of
guys
course.
disconnect the locomotive. I've abandoned Torben for that experience, so let's see how he's doing back here. Oh, that's easy.
So, what's it like up there?
It's really cool. How's it been back here?
Well, so far the train has moved forward.
Good. I am aware. I made sure of that.
Yeah, it's been really good. We got a couple snacks delivered.
Oh.
Breakfast is at 6:30, so it's almost 7. So
And we're off again. I thought because we had a tablecloth that we ate here, but we eat in another car. So let's go have breakfast.
I agree.
So we are now leaving the Pullman car for seating and headed into the dining car for eating.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh wow.
Wow.
This is a beautiful car.
This is so hype.
And we got our same table number. That's nice.
Same seats?
Same seats. Ooh, avocado, cream, toast, yogurt, and fresh fruit. Classic English breakfast or omelet. The omelet sounds great. We have a long day ahead of us, so start the day off by fueling right. I love this dining car. The wood is so nice. The high, big arched white ceiling, and then the windows and curtains. It's like 70s? How would you describe the style? 60s?
There's definitely a vintageness to it. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like the other car, very cool. It was
Yes.
nice. But you walked in here and then you really started to feel the luxury.
Yeah. Good point.
This dining car was built in 1969 and the renovated interior maintains the original styling.
Like, even this, like shiny but soft allure. This is just a very cool look. Window passing. Look at the scenery. Just green all around. What is this to start?
This is the traditional, typical Hungarian schnapps.
A Hungarian schnapps to start.
Apricots.
Oh, apricot. Smells great.
And
The
how do you say cheers in Hungarian?
egészség.
Egészség?
Egészségedre.
Ageshia
Yes.
All right.
Egészségedre.
Egészségedre.
Thank you. Ageshia Gadra. Hungarian schnapps. Go ahead.
Okay. Egészségedre.
Yeah.
So, with our breakfast cooked freshly on board, our coffees at hand, and a schnapps down the hatch, we are well on our way.
Wow. Look at there's nothing out here, Torben. Look, it's just fields and greenery.
Well, I'd say we're settled in and off to a good start. But we do have a long day ahead of us, so now it's time to check in on the most important part of any train.
Okay. It's now time for a washroom tour. Oh, this is nice. Oh, I actually like this a lot. Look at the turquoise backsplash, brass work. The sink is angled, fits in well. A little potpourri, it smells great in here. A little flower. With the black toilet seat and a window open. But the best part is all in the details. Foot pedal to flush the toilet and foot pedal to run the sink.
The other thing you may notice about this train is the amount of space we have on board. And honestly, that's the real luxury of riding in a private train. But enough of the luxury for now.
Okay, we're now gonna hop back on the front of the locomotive because we have a couple minutes to stop here. But when we get to the next stop, they are changing the locomotive. And that's something I want to see. Now, as it starts to get hot in here, it's important to know how to open the windows. And this handle is what drops the window. Cool. Now, one thing I haven't heard yet, and I don't know if it's possible, but is it possible to hear the horn?
Of course. The horn.
Yeah. Yes. How do you say thank you in Hungarian?
Köszönöm szépen.
Well, that was long.
Or just köszönöm.
Köszönöm?
Köszönöm.
Köszönöm. All right.
Well, Hungarian is definitely harder than I thought, but I will always try.
So to me, it looks like Pecs. Yeah, P-E-C-S.
Yeah.
But it's pronounced Page.
Page. Yeah, correct. Perfect.
Well, okay. And this is your final stop.
Yeah.
It's the end of his day here. At this point, we're gonna switch from the electric locomotive to a diesel locomotive.
Well, now that I know how the town of Page is pronounced, I have a question for Barech.
How do you spell your name? B-O-R-A...
No. B-A-L-A with apostrophe, C and S.
Ah,
Balázs.
Balázs.
Well, yeah. Perfect.
We know we were going fast when the whole windscreen is covered in bugs.
Yeah.
And that is our next locomotive waiting for us.
And we are 21 minutes ahead of schedule. So, well done. And no speed limits were broken.
No,
right?
no. None of them.
Yeah, exactly. We made it. So now we have to disconnect.
Yeah.
And look at this station. This is beautiful.
So we're saying goodbye to Balázs and our cool custom locomotive because from here on, the tracks are not electrified.
That was a phenomenal experience. But now we get to move from the locomotive to the back part, the luxury part of the train, which is what we came for after all.
The whole locomotive thing is going to get a little more complicated later on, but I'll explain it all at the border.
We have 45 minutes here, so we can go into town or like explore Page. It's pronounced Page, not Pecs, by the way. We're learning a lot on this trip. As I switch locomotives, one thing you'll notice is there's 1, 2, 3 cars on this train, and I've only shown you 2 of the cars. So we're gonna go for a walk into town, and when we get back, I will show you what's in the rear car. So it's gonna take some time. They've disconnected the electrical locomotive, and they're gonna bring in the diesel locomotive, but we have about 45 minutes here. So I say we head into town.
So with some time on hand, we walk through the stylish architecture of the Page train station and then out to the town of Page, which actually looks quite ordinary.
What do you think?
I don't know, which way you wanna go?
That way's looking somewhat appetizing. This way, there's like a big building.
I think we go straight one more block.
All right, let's do it.
That is, until we walk just a little further into town.
Nice statue, old building, cool roof. You never know what you'll see in Page. Pecs.
Pesh.
Page. Oh, look at that roof too. They have some fantastic roof tile work here.
All these little food stores selling gyros and chicken shawarmas and stuff smells so good.
Wow, look at this.
I mean, the more we walk, the more charming and unexpected the town of Page becomes.
I wish more cities would shade their streets. This is nice. On a hot day like this is great.
Wow, now this is cool. What do you think this building is?
I have no idea, but we keep discovering better and better parts of the city around every corner. Wow, this is, look at the colors on this though. That is so nice. Not only was Page never on my tourist to visit list, I didn't even know how to pronounce it 30 minutes ago. I'm already impressed. This is why I like doing these trips though, because you end up at places that I wouldn't have picked to visit. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to look. Statues, domes, beautiful buildings, incredible roofs.
Unfortunately, we don't have all day here. We've got to get back to our train.
Very neat town. I want to make sure we're keeping track of time and don't get left behind. What do you think, up here and then left?
Yeah.
But I might just have to add Paige to my list to come back and visit again.
Well, that was an unexpected and nice walk. This just feels
Just
like what it would have been 80 years ago, waiting for the train, being like the only
Walk in, buy your ticket.
It was like the only way to travel back then, to get to Budapest or Sarajevo. Look at this thing. Just a little diesel engine under there driving this 2-car train. This is so neat.
Our new locomotive is here.
All set. All right, look both ways. Oh my gosh, are you kidding? We have the new diesel locomotive and a welcome back drink. That is service.
Oh, this looks refreshing.
Hello. Cucumber water, welcome back. Cheers. I have to say, the level of service and the details, the attention to details, Jeff, cold cucumber water waiting for you.
So fresh.
So, it's really good.
And we're off again.
I needed that water. It is hot. Should we go get another cold drink, but at the last car of the train?
Definitely.
Let's go. That's the kitchen. Smells so good getting ready for lunch, but it's not lunchtime yet. Head through the dining car to the last car.
Welcome to what they call the salon car.
I'll have a Bloody Mary, please. What do you want?
I'll just grab a beer, just something light.
Yeah.
It's a soft, cozy lounge setting with a bar at the end, offering a place to sit back and socialize with others on board. But what's perhaps the most interesting part about this car is that it was previously owned by the Austrian government and used as part of a special train for the Prime Minister. I mean, it was saved from being scrapped and is now being, well, enjoyed by us.
This is a good way to travel.
I can say I definitely wasn't expecting this.
No. We've got 3 cars on this train, and one covers basically each of our needs. This is great. I love a lounge car. Cheers. Or as they call it, a salon car. Cheers. Cheers.
And this car has my favorite feature of any train, windows that open. And out here, it's just so lush and green. I really don't know what I expected of Hungary, but I don't know if this was it.
This is so cool, Torben. Just hanging out in Hungary. Not for long. We're actually coming up to the Croatian border soon.
This is also where I learned that in order to get from Hungary to the country of Bosnia and Herzegovina, we have to pass through Croatia.
So this highway is under construction, and it would take you to Dubrovnik as soon as it's finished. And that means we have now entered the country of Croatia about 500 meters ago. So that is our second country of 3 on this trip. And that also means it's time for lunch. So we're having breakfast in Hungary, lunch in Croatia, and we will have dinner in Bosnia and Herzegovina. My first time in Croatia. Didn't expect this, didn't plan on it.
It's a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, a little bonus time. Bonus country. I have no idea where we are. It's called Beli Manastir, but it's just here.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, there goes our second locomotive. So soon? We're already getting our third.
This is the exciting part of the day when everyone is gathered around to see the new locomotive connect.
This is our third locomotive of the trip. And now it's clear that one of the difficult parts of organizing a private train through multiple countries is meeting each of the unique requirements to pass through each country.
We'll stop for sunshine.
And this is a Croatian locomotive to pull us through Croatia to the next border. So now, as we begin cruising through our second country of this trip, the new smells are not coming from outside, but from down the hall.
What do we have, Torben?
Well, let me tell you. We're having a herb butter pheasant pate.
Wow.
I don't know if this is a menu or we're eating all of it.
Yeah, is this an or an and situation?
Yeah. There's also a guinea fowl essence, a venison neck with potato cake, and a creamy blueberry sauce.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I guess this answers some of your questions.
Followed by a chocolate cake.
Oh,
and cheese platter.
Oh yeah.
So to summarize, lunch is all of that, starting with the bread plate.
We've just had this delivered to us. We didn't order it. What do we think this is? The pate
This is a
and the essence.
herb butter and pheasant pate.
This is a luxury train. I would never have ordered this or thought of it. That's why I like these trips. Is it's just served to me, and now I get to try it. That's very nice.
And then comes the soup.
This is the guinea fowl essence soup. Nice.
How do you find that the wine pairs with it?
I'm not exactly used to eating meals like this, but I do enjoy trying new foods, even if I don't know how to describe what my taste buds are experiencing.
Goes well. Goes together well. They balance each other out. Let's put it that way.
It seems like a good wine buzzword.
Yeah.
Now for the main course.
Venison neck with potato cake.
And a blueberry sauce.
Ooh, bon appetit. I know this. I don't know how to say it in Hungarian or Croatian now. Or in Croatia. Let's just say I was in Hungary, but after eating this, I'm not anymore.
And of course, even at lunch, there is dessert.
Chocolate cake, or as it's called, chocolate torta. Oh, that's creamier than I expected. This is like a chocolate pie. I never eat a dessert with lunch back at home. But when on a luxury train, you do as they serve.
When in Croatia.
That's it.
So now as we enter the afternoon, it's time to sit back, literally, and just watch the Croatian towns and landscape pass by, with the wind on my face, setting the scene perfectly for the train to rock us to sleep for an afternoon nap. Honestly, not bad. That is, until we get woken up. Of course, it's time to switch locomotives again, which can only mean one thing. We are now disengaging the Croatian locomotive and attaching a Serbian locomotive, which I guess means we've reached the border. Well, almost. This is the final station in Croatia, so the border officials come on board to check our passports and stamp us out of the country. However, we haven't technically reached the border yet.
This is the border for vehicles.
This is the Sava River, the official border, meaning we have now left Croatia and are officially entering the country of Bosnia and Herzegovina, which means we have one more stop to make.
This is now the border. Well, time for another stamp.
All right, new stamp acquired.
Bit of a cheese plate with some nuts and grapes.
They're treating us so well.
They are.
Now, I'll be honest, I've come all this way to see it, but I don't know a whole lot about Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Never hear it called Herzegovina.
It's
Always Bosnia. It's embarrassing how little we know from where we are.
that's true.
I'm with Torben on this. I don't really know much about the history of the region. What I do know is that it physically sits on the continent of Europe, but it's not yet part of the European Union, and that at one point it was previously part of Yugoslavia, up until it declared independence, I think, in 1992, which then started a civil war, but we'll get to that later. For now, it's just a corner of the world that I want to see and learn more about.
So the nice thing about this is that all the views we've seen, you're the only passengers to see these views, because this is normally freight-only line. There are no other passenger rail lines that run this route. We are coming up to our final locomotive change. And of course, a locomotive change means a little fresh air stop for us as well. I do think these locomotives look so cool.
Luckily, the other passengers with us do know a little bit about the region and are filling me in on why we need to switch locomotives so frequently.
We've come through the Serbia region of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and this is a Serbia Railways train. And so now we're going to swap to a Bosnian train. Yeah.
Oh wow, I've just noticed on the side of the locomotive that it actually says it was made in Yugoslavia, which of course is a country that hasn't existed in over 30 years.
The question is, why are we changing it again? It all has to do with geography and politics.
And so this new white locomotive is our final locomotive from Bosnia and Herzegovina.
All right, the next ride has arrived. This is number 5 of the day.
Clearly, the difficulty of organizing and running a private train is managing all of the logistics amongst different countries and railways, which has me very impressed that they're able to pull this off so smoothly for us passengers.
Well, that was our last scheduled stop. So from here, should be smooth sailing into Sarajevo. But I hope I haven't jinxed it just by saying that. You're glistening. I'm really sweaty. You see this? Look at the sweat. It's a good hot day here. I do appreciate the term glistening and not sweating.
Well, I guess we're lucky that we have the perfect way to take care of this glistening. Better than any air conditioning could do.
I have to stick my head out into the wind just to dry my forehead.
Or maybe Torben has a better idea of how we can cool off. I guess it's back to the salon car.
Yeah, I'm not there.
I don't know what it is about this lighting, but the further we go, the more beautiful the scenery gets.
All right, let's take a look at what it's like inside. Awesome. That is beautiful. Oh, the river running along there. This is gorgeous. I love this. This soft evening light coming into golden hour. And there's nothing. You've seen, there's no cities here. There's just train stations, a lot of rail line, and a lot of countryside. And the train is not fast. Like, I can stick my head out the window here and just enjoy it. Oh, clickety clack. And when you want to bring your head inside, you're in a lounge. And there are no other passenger trains that run along this line. So all these views, these mountain cliffside views, are only for us and the freight engineers driving freight trains. I think that's cool. It's really special.
And I think that's why I'm out here, with my head out in the wind, just taking this all in, because others can't. There are no passenger trains that run on this line. It's just one of those rare and special moments that I want to make full use of. If no one else can enjoy this, then here it is for you and I.
Now that the sun has gone down, the temperature is perfect. It's a lot cooler than it was earlier. Love this time of night. It's really neat seeing all these little farms, just these little communities out here. Just little villages working together. It's villages. There's no city. There's not even towns. I haven't seen a main road in ages.
And while Torben and I have the quiet salon car to ourselves, clearly we'd rather be out here. I mean, what a perfect night. It's what we came to see after all.
That's a nice river.
Nice river.
Look at those chickens.
It's kind of amazing how, in this moment, it doesn't matter how luxurious this train is, just because this lighting and this moment have taken all of our attention.
We can't decide which window we want to hang out because both sides are so great right now.
I just want to hang out on whatever one you want to hang out. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for this private train choosing to take this rare route.
Watch for trees though. But this is the kind of stuff you'll only see if you come do it. It's a good Eastern European sunset if I've ever seen one.
Look, I'll be honest, I never know how to describe these moments without sounding cheesy, but I find it just amazing when everything kind of lines up just right to be passing through the scenic landscapes at the moment with the best lighting, and when we have the whole salon car to ourselves. Now, I'm not trying to get sappy here, I just wish these moments would last longer, or maybe come around more often. But perhaps that's what makes these moments special. All right, the sun may have set, but the day is not over yet. So let's head back to our seats because I think it's time for dinner.
Our table has changed. Same tablecloth, but now we have wine glasses. We're not in the dining car, we're back at our seats. But we're having dinner here tonight. Look at that sky. Man, this is so pretty. What a random but wonderful place to have dinner tonight. And how do we say cheers in Hungarian?
Egészségedre.
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 One more time.
Egészségedre.
Egészségedre. Close enough. Egészségedre. Thank you. Pretty wet if you ask me. I wouldn't say extra dry.
can definitely tell it's a 2022 though.
We know nothing.
So far, this day on the train is like, we're changing locomotives and we're having another drink.
Another meal, another locomotive. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It has brought us a bit of action by switching locomotives.
I was gonna say together, but
So, as we build bridges in friendship and cross bridges in Bosnia and Herzegovina, this experience is still not yet complete. Next up is dessert, paired with a dessert wine.
These are the fastest moving strawberries in Eastern Europe right now. We're getting that blue light.
So now, as darkness sets, I start to notice the lights of Sarajevo, the capital city, which is our destination for today, but not for the end of this trip.
we made it.
We did it. What a day. It's not over. We have 2 more days of this. 3 more days of this.
I thought you meant like our day isn't over because we still gotta get to bed.
That's right.
Just to clarify, we are not sleeping on this train tonight, but instead staying at a local hotel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to Sarajevo.
In fact, in my eyes, our trip is actually just getting started because I have no idea where we are or what we're in for. But what I do know is that we're sleeping the next 3 nights here in Sarajevo.
Just think about where we are for a second, Torben. We're in Sarajevo, Bosnia.
Pretty cool.
Pretty neat.
So as the end of our day turns to the start of a new day, we're back at the railway station for a day trip.
That's a ceiling.
I would definitely say the ceiling is the main feature in here.
Yes. I give it to them. A lot of natural light.
Sarajevo station doesn't get many trains anymore.
Not a very busy train station, is it? I bet you this train station would have looked really slick when it was new.
So as our train pulls into the station, only on a different set of tracks, we quickly run across to switch to the next platform to board our private train again. But today is not like yesterday.
I love a red carpet.
Let's just say yesterday's long, beautiful trip was just to get us here, to do this stretch of rail we're about to ride.
They've sat us at this table here, which is at the very back of the train in the last car, so we will have great views out the back. Here we go. Wow, look at that train.
This morning, we're taking a short 3-hour train ride to Mostar, a historic tourist town, but I'm told that the tracks getting us there are some of the most scenic in the region.
That's so cool! That was a long tunnel. That was like 5 minutes.
I held my breath the whole way.
I know that as you start going through tunnels, it usually also means that you'll be crossing bridges.
And a bridge.
Which of course is where you get the best views of the valley below.
Wow, that's a drop. Holy! What a view. You don't see trains this high up usually.
I mean, look around. The energy in here is different this morning. We're not relaxing. We're standing up with cameras ready and our head out the windows.
Compared to yesterday, this is quite steep. Lots of tunnels, lots of cliffs, sharp edges. This is the fun stuff.
If you thought the mountains and valleys are the highlights of this track, just hang on. But until we get to that point, the specialty service doesn't stop on board either.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. How did you know?
How did I know? I know you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Sparkling wine in the tunnel. Why not?
And I gotta say, I think Torben is starting to really enjoy this.
I definitely gotta say, this leg of the trip has been
It's a little louder and more echoey in the tunnel.
What?
You were saying?
I definitely gotta say that this leg of the trip has been way more stunning.
I swear we're not building this up as a joke. This is real. It's just this many tunnels.
I really gotta say that this leg of the trip,
Yeah.
far more stunning.
Oh yeah, this is great. This is really great.
Wow, that valley, unbelievable.
Yeah. This leg of the trip has been awesome. Oh, look out. The way to travel.
Wow.
Cheers to that.
If we never get to Mozart, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, this is great. Well, no, I've never done this. Champagne outside a window.
Literally never done this in my life.
This is why you say yes to trips, Corbin. You've always been a good friend for that.
I'm always down for an
You're
adventure.
game for anything.
Now, this is not our stop where we're getting off, but just beyond here is supposed to become the most scenic stretch of railway tracks in the Balkans.
This is going to be the money shot. Here we go.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Look at the color of that.
I feel like a Labrador hanging out in a passenger door.
But look at this color. It's so green. Corbin is worried about sticking his head out the window and having allergies affect him, but he's still pushing through it because it's so worthwhile.
How can you not?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
They weren't kidding. They weren't kidding.
Wow.
This is very, very scenic. Like the river down there. Oh. And then a tunnel. Does it get any better?
From here on, we're following this river all the way to Mostar.
This might be one of the most scenic train trips I've ever been on.
However, due to the steep, rocky terrain, it seems like the views don't last very long.
Through the tunnel. There's another tunnel. And then another tunnel. You really do just get glimpses of this place. You pop out, and then it's gone just a moment later. It's like, you gotta pay attention. Oh my gosh.
You almost can't even blink.
Like, look at these rocks. This cliff's insane. I admit, folks, they did not lie in the brochure. This is insane.
Just so incredibly stunning. I'm just like sitting, leaning out the window. I don't want to miss a moment.
No, you can't. No one on the train right now is on their phone. We're all here for this.
Now, I don't know much about where we're going, Mostar, the town, but I trusted a private train company to pick a spectacular route. I mean, the whole point of Continental Railway Solutions is not to get us there as fast as possible, but to give us the most memorable rail experience they can. And looking out this window, I've got to say, they have delivered.
Who would have known that Bosnia was such a beautiful country? Not to like say that I didn't expect it to be beautiful. I did.
Yeah,
But this is just blowing my expectations.
absolutely. No one talks about Bosnia as like a top travel destination.
And if these are the view just along the route to get there, then I can't wait to see where we're going.
I think we're arriving in Mostar. Look at this station. I mean, again, at one point this would have been the pinnacle of architecture. Well, I think we're here. Go find out what's here, I guess.
What the plan is.
Yeah. We hadn't really planned this far. We don't know what's in Mostar, but we knew it was a scenic train ride. So now we get to discover Mostar. Yeah.
Here we are.
Let's go explore.
Mozart.
Mostar.
That's what I said.
Yep.
So at this point, our group is given free time to explore Mostar on our own, and they did helpfully point us in the direction of where we might want to go.
Wow, look at this road. It's not even cobblestone, it's just stone. They just got rid of the cobble. Gorgeous.
This is the historic town of Mostar, and most recognizable for the iconic old bridge. And on top of it all, this medieval town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.
This is very cool. I understand why so many tourists come here.
The bridge itself is, of course, the main attraction.
That water looks incredible.
And from the bridge are the best views of Mostar and the river. But we're going to continue our way down the road a little bit further and hopefully find a nice place to eat some lunch.
Woohoo! What a spot. I think we found the spot. Thank you. So I got the Mostari something, specialty dish, which is a lot of like cabbage wrapped minced meat and rice. And you got the grilled, oh my gosh, the grilled meat platter.
It's huge.
Steak there, sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah.
But definitely, best view. Stuffed cabbage. Does come with a chunk of cheese, so let's do that. Again,
Not something I would traditionally order, but because this was like the local specialty, I am. How's the meat?
It's so good.
Now the rest of this afternoon is spent wandering around Mostar, poking our heads down little alleyways and finding photo spot after photo spot.
So gorgeous around every corner. I don't know what else to say. I've been repeating myself with saying that essentially, but it's so true. It is full of tourists, but it is gorgeous, and that's why the tourists come.
Look, an ugly part.
What?
No shopping for me today though. I don't have any room left in my luggage, which means
One other thing I want to do right now.
What's your flavor?
Chocolate. I'm so basic.
I'm going strawberry.
Good for you.
Pretty basic.
I love that for you. We didn't bring our bathing suits, but we can stay cool this way today. Stay cool, kids. Stay at school. All right. I think we have to start heading back to the train station soon. And by soon, I mean
Right now.
And I gotta say, the nice thing about riding with the private train is it's just here waiting for us. So on the return trip to Sarajevo, it's back to the salon car for us to cool off a bit. And we arrive with enough time left in the day to explore a little. What a nice road along the river. This is not what I expected of Sarajevo. But beyond the green beauty of this street are remnants of the war, left behind as a reminder. Are those bullet holes left over from the war? If not, what are they? Is it a woodpecker run into the buildings? Those are bullet holes, left as visible scars to remind citizens and visitors of the siege from 1992 to 1995. While that is over 30 years ago, and the city has largely rebuilt and moved forward, many buildings and landmarks left the bullet holes as they were to show how ordinary apartments were under constant fire.
how cool is this bridge? Oh, it's so scenic.
It's an interesting contrast between modern life now and holding on to the history of war. Again, it's something I don't know much about, but seeing it in person has me wanting to learn more.
Another good day.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
Morning. Today is a city tour of Sarajevo, and our first stop is this house, which sits next to the airport runway. You see, the Serbian forces had almost completely surrounded the city, except for this small section at the airport, which made it the access point into the city. However, the runway is a wide open, unprotected area.
I mean, over 200 people died doing it and 700 people injured, and they called it the Sarajevo roulette if you had to run and get supplies.
So, the Bosnians had a clever idea, and this house became very important in the war.
This is the entrance to the Tunnel of Hope, which is a tunnel under the airport and sort of the only escape from the city, and to bring in food and resources into the city.
They began to dig a tunnel in the house, and it goes down and under the runway in order to get supplies, food, and forces within the combat zone safely. This single tunnel was their lifeline.
So there are sections of this tunnel that are original and sections of this tunnel that are restored with lighting and ventilation and fire suppression systems to make sure that it's safe for people to come through now. Oh, I just smoked my head. Yeah, take a helmet.
But what is maybe most surprising to me is how Sarajevo went from being an Olympic host city to being at war in less than a decade.
So this is the Olympic bobsled track, and it's 1.3 kilometers long. It's still here in its entirety, except it's been stripped of all the wood and cooling items all during the war and after the war.
And replaced with local art.
Yes, well said.
Clearly no longer in use, but still a popular tourist spot as it represents another part of Sarajevo's complex history.
Oh my God, that is steep.
Parkour.
Wow. Just into the forest. So they said when they built it, they wanted to have as small of a footprint as possible. So it's only the track that goes through the forest and then a service road basically to get vehicles up and down. No grandstands, as you can see. It's interesting to be able to come up and walk along it. No way this would be allowed in North America without railings this high up above the ground. But they were happy to host the Olympics. They were proud to show Sarajevo to the world. And then the awful part is, you think about it, and 8 years later, they were fully engulfed in war. how quickly some things can change.
But this next stop on our city tour might just be one of the most impactful locations to modern humans.
This intersection is where the assassination of Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophia took place.
And that gunshot, that assassination, began unraveling the leadership that was in place across Europe, which then led to the beginning of World War I, leading to around 20 million deaths, all caused by a first one right here.
It was a shooter standing here, waiting for Franz Ferdinand to come by in his car. And he was standing right here. It's such a normal looking, unsuspecting corner, yet it had such a huge implication on the world, the whole world, ever since.
So, as we wrap up our day tour by wandering through the Grand Bazaar, I find it amazing to look around and see how much this city has grown and modernized while still managing to remember the past. This relaxing green pedestrian street was once known as Sniper Alley, and was one of the most deadly areas to be in the city. How times have changed. Well, speaking of getting changed, it's a new day.
Corbin's shirt game has been solid all week, so it's time for me to up it. And I think I did okay.
Yeah.
You look great.
You're looking great.
I'm bringing it today for the narrow gauge railway.
This morning is our third day in Sarajevo, and while we're taking this bus to get us to a train, it's a different train.
We're now pulling up to the border, headed into Serbia. We have now officially left Bosnia. Which means we now have to enter the Republic of Serbia. We're in.
Because just across the border into Serbia is a very special train.
So we have arrived at the Sargan Eight, which is, and this is not a light statement, the Tourist and Museum Railway is the greatest tourist attraction in Europe when it comes to narrow gauge railways. So Torben, you're in for a treat.
I've come to the right place.
You've come to the right place for his first narrow gauge railway experience. Torben is just learning why it's called a narrow gauge railway. Because the gauge, the space between the tracks, is narrow, quite narrow.
Narrower than normal.
That's right. Well, then what's the benefit of that?
Well, from what I've heard from a buddy who may know a little something about trains, you can get tighter turns, go up steeper
Yeah.
inclines with tighter turn tracks. What was the other benefit?
Yeah, that's mainly it. It's for operating on really often steep slopes where you don't have much space to work with, so narrower track is good for that. And then the wheels can navigate tighter corners, so kind of zigging and zagging up mountains.
I wonder if there was any cost savings considerations. You know, that's smaller.
The accountant talking. And here's our ride for the day. Dorvin's excited. I'm excited. The group we've booked this trip with has booked us a car just for us.
Ooh.
So we're on this.
Fun, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You gotta get on board early to get the window spots. Cool. Here we go.
Here we go.
Your first narrow gauge railway experience. It's a little rougher and a little louder. We're in vintage rail cars.
This is now a picturesque heritage train, but when it was first built, it was seen as a bit of an engineering marvel.
Should we go at the back door to the back deck?
Absolutely not. No, we should.
Okay, I've been told to come to the other side.
Oh yeah.
So get ready with your camera.
You see, in order to have the train climb these hills, they built 5 bridges and 22 tunnels.
I don't know if there's anything quite like being on a train with the Serbian wind in your hair.
Now,
But in order to climb this steep slope, they designed the track to tunnel and loop back over itself in the shape of a figure 8, giving the railway its name of Sargan 8.
This is definitely the best train I've ever ridden in Serbia.
well, we can say that with confidence.
This historic and unique railway has one more surprise in store for us.
Bye. Thank you, you too. Don't worry, we have not been forgotten. We're still at the top of the mountain. We're nowhere near where we need to be. And that train is leaving. Bye. So what does this mean for us? Good question. But the group leader says we can still get down from here somehow. I'm really hoping so. You brought your camping gear? Your hiking boots? Nice. Train has just gone that way, and we're going into the tunnel we just came out through, which I guess is safe to do because we know the train just went that way. I gotta say, this is a railway first for me. I don't think I've ever walked on train tracks in a tunnel on an active railway.
Of course, you don't have to walk down if you don't want to, but we thought it'd be nice to stretch our legs and race the train down by taking a shortcut.
I did not put this on my bingo list for this trip, Torben.
Hiking?
Well, I like walking along the tracks and racing a train back to the next station.
I'm winning.
The train beat us, we did not win. Still a nice walk and a little twist to riding the train.
Of course, we get to ride the private train back to Budapest to end this week-long trip. And I think if you can afford to rent out an entire private train for yourself and take it wherever you want, well, clearly you're in a different realm than the rest of us. But finding tickets available on a private train tour like this one on the Continental train here means that you get to see a part of the world that most others don't, while sitting in luxury. And that has definitely made this a memorable trip. Now I don't know where I'm going next, but I know I want you there with me. So make sure to subscribe to DownieLive, and thanks for riding along with me today.
Ah, you made it to the end of the video. All right, since you clearly enjoy travel as much as I do, I think it's only fair to share my one piece of travel advice with you is to get an eSIM. It just makes traveling so much easier when you have everything you need on your phone, can share pictures with friends back home. We all know why we want an eSIM. The question is, which eSIM to get? Yes, this is a sponsored segment, but I use and trust Saily now. I've used a few different eSIMs, but Saily has just made it so much easier. And the main reason is every country you go to, I no longer need to get a new eSIM. With Saily, an eSIM can be downloaded only once, eliminating the need for new eSIMs in every country. Let me say that again. You get one eSIM connected to your phone, but you can select a new plan every time you go to a new country, and it makes it so much easier. I mean, Saily has eSIM plans in over 200 destinations. Now, the second reason I like Saily so much is because of the variety of options of plans. Whether you want just a couple of gigabytes for one day, or you want unlimited data across numerous countries, they've got you covered. So what I like is, particularly in a video like this, where I've gone across multiple countries in a couple of days, is you can get an eSIM for a region. Like if you're going to Europe, and you're going to be traveling around, or to Asia, you don't need to get a new eSIM in every country. You just get one for the region, and it makes it so much easier. In fact, if you want to, they actually have an ultra package, which includes 30 gigabytes of data. Yeah, it's worth checking out if you travel a lot, and even if you're just going for a single day trip to another country, you definitely want an eSIM, and Saily is what I recommend. It's really easy to use. Download the Saily app. From there, you select the eSIM plan you want to use, follow the instructions to install it, and when you land, it activates automatically. An eSIM is the best way to stay connected. No need to wander around looking for Wi-Fi, and if you need help, Saily has 24/7 support. So get an exclusive 15% discount on Saily eSIM data plans, download the Saily app, and use discount code DownieLive at checkout. Honestly, it's great.